Anyone that is putting out a critique that this Superman sucks, that this Superman is weak, that this Superman is a wuss because he got his ass kicked throughout the entire movie, I hereby say on this day that I strongly disagree with you and your statement. And I question even if you watched the movie at all. It's easy to say something like that on the surface, but this needs much more context. It's sad that people are watching this movie, going out and putting out surface level reviews, and people that were already on the fence with the movie or leaning off are taking their word for gospel and saying things like, I knew it. I'm not gonna see this trash. Who wants to see a weak Superman? A more vulnerable Superman? People, there are moments where Superman is getting his ass kicked. Absolutely. Are there also moments where Superman does the ass kicking? Absolutely. But let's make this clear. The movie states Superman has been Supermaning for 3 years, and he has never lost a battle until recently. Now let's add more context. Throughout the movie, Superman is getting double teamed or triple teamed depending on how you look at it. Superman is fighting Ultraman, or Ultraman in his armor, known as the Hammer of Baravia. This is a clone of Superman created by Lex Luthor. So Lex explains this clone to be more powerful. Whether that's true or not, we can at least say he is as strong as Superman, or definitely comparable. So Superman is fighting another Kryptonian. Now, not only is he fighting somebody comparable to him, Ultraman also has the benefit of getting hacks and callouts courtesy of Lex Luthor. Lex is in direct live communication with Ultraman, and Lex is giving callouts, hacks, to Ultraman on how to attack, defend, and counter all of Superman's moves. Lex has been following and studying Superman religiously for years and memorized and developed a database with over 2,500 different fighting hacks. He has a whole communication combat center with a group of people all working together, networking a fine-tuned system to combat Superman's every move. So naturally, Superman, or anyone for that matter, would be at a disadvantage in that situation, a severe disadvantage. Once Superman and Krypto were able to cut off the visual feed by destroying the drone cameras, and Lex was no longer able to see the battlefield to issue battle commands, Superman whooped Ultraman's goddamn ass, started spanking him, and I was like, damn, those countermeasures really turned the tide, because otherwise Superman clears Ultraman. It's actually a clever way to provide a physical challenge for Superman, especially since people always complain about how boring he is because he's so OP. Well, James Gunn has offered a creative way to dance around that and deliver it in live action. And it was even going to be more difficult for Superman when Ultraman was in his Baravia armor because of the benefit of the armor. So if Superman was able to land a blow, the armor is going to absorb most of that impact. You could look at the pairing of Lex and Ultraman as a double team if you wanted to. When Superman was fighting the Engineer, 1v1, he was handling her with no issue. Things didn't start to turn until Lex and Ultraman decided to join the fight and team up on Supes. Even with that being said, Superman was still performing admirably given the circumstances, especially. Consider this also. Superman was being consumed with that nanotech, and he decided to fly into space. Engineer and Ultraman continued to pummel him all the way up while suffocating him, and Superman still was just absorbing and eating those blows, tanking those blows, no problem. And he still was able to maintain the focus on getting up to the altitude that he wanted to get to. I didn't even mention the fact that Superman was probably still not fully recovered from the kryptonite poisoning he sustained from the prolonged exposure to kryptonite at the hands of Metamorpho. Lex Luthor had an elaborate plan for the entire movie, to be 1 or 2 steps ahead of Superman almost the entire way. And throughout the entire movie, Superman is getting back up and getting back into the fight, despite often being at a disadvantage. I find it funny how people want to poke fun at the fact that Superman was getting aid and assistance at times during the movie. Side note, as if this is the first time we've seen a hero in a film get some type of help or aid. I digress. But these same people never mention all the people, not just people, but all the life that Superman saved throughout the entire movie. Too many people are getting on their platform and are not adding context in their movie reviews and breakdowns, and are just putting a message out there that Superman's weak and Superman gets his ass kicked throughout the entire movie just because he is inferior to the combatant physically. That is not true. Anyway, folks, that's all I gotta say about it. I appreciate you for stepping in. Thanks for watching. Take care. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell, stay notified. That's all I gotta say about it.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.